G'day invaders and welcome to Since Spacies, and this is the Since Spacies show, episode number 3, and we have got Grumpy Retro Gamers. How you going, guys?
Good evening.
G'day.
Good morning.
And we've got, do we call you Sam, Kaiser Cade? What do we call you?
James T. Kaiser.
James, is that Captain James?
Yes, that's one of my other names, Captain Kaiser.
Okay. And I'm joined here by Cam Honns. How you doing?
Good, how are you?
And we are going to start things off with a segment that I tried to introduce in episode 1, and I forgot all about it in episode 2. How cool of me. Now, What the Show were on episode 1, and they asked, what is the most overhyped game of all time? And I am going to ask Ben, what do you think is the most overhyped game of all time? One that everyone loves, but you think is just shite.
The first thing that springs to mind, it's not actually a game that I necessarily think is shite, I just think it's really, really overhyped at the moment, is Resident Evil 2, the remake.
Oh, I was so hoping you were going to say Fortnite.
I can't even go there, I don't mind Fortnite. It's just Resident Evil 2, although I loved it back in the day, but everyone seems to be hyping it up so much. It's just a remake, isn't it? That's going along like a...
So it's a remake that looks a bit like Revelations.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing it. It's just I think it's being talked about a little bit too much. It's just a little bit. It's just overflowing at the moment.
Like the Anchorman of video games.
Yeah, possibly. Yeah.
When you finally get around to playing it, it won't be.
Oh, like Anchorman is just one of those films that isn't actually all that good. It's
That's
okay.
crap. It's rubbish.
Yeah, it's not.
Comedies are meant to have jokes in them.
Yeah, that does help.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, the first thing that springs to mind, definitely Resident Evil 2 remake. Just seems to be all over YouTube as well. People talking about it. It's just oversaturated.
With footage that they've taken from like the 3 channels that have actually played it.
Yeah.
And they're like big channels that have millions of subs. And they're taking those and essentially repeating what those channels have said. They go, well, I hope it's good when I can play it. See you next time.
Yeah, it's just leeching off the big channels.
Yeah. I hope it's good because
everyone hopes everything's good, don't they?
No, I don't know. Certain
Surely.
things I hope aren't good. But,
No one wants to see a bad game. No one wants to see
Yeah.
Of course not. No, of course
of
not.
course, I hope this turns out to be everything I want and more.
Yeah.
But the more I hear about it, the more the more frightened I am. I'm going to be really disappointed.
Yeah, can we just like not hear about it for another 6 months?
Until release date.
Yeah, until release date.
It's out now. You can go and get it.
Alright, so
Fucking play it.
So, What the Show, I hope that answers your question. By the way, I am for the first time with my shiny new camera.
Yay.
Thanks to my patrons, I'm coming out in awful HD. Look at that.
Oh,
my
there
God.
it is. I was wondering where it was.
The big shiny thing in
it
front of
was
you,
on
man.
the top of the screen. I was trying to find it.
what you were looking at.
And because I've already asked all you guys the intro question, this is the first time I think I've had a show on where no one new is on the show. So I'm just going to be asking around the traps. Chris, what game are you currently playing at the moment?
Well, I got a PSVR headset for my good lady for Christmas, so I've been playing. Look, I thought I was going to go straight in for like all the first-person shooters and the like. It seems every other motherfucker got a PSVR for Christmas because there aren't any Move controllers in this country. Controllers until next Wednesday when mine arrives. So I slummed it and played Astrobot, which is the most beautiful platformer I think I've played in the last 10 years.
I've heard good things about that one.
I mean, I love Nintendo and I love Mario with all of my heart, but I'm enjoying Astrobot more than I enjoyed Odyssey when I turned it on. It is I'm following my character around, but I still feel like I'm in there. It's a beautiful game. But worth the price. It's a system seller for me. It's a headset seller. 100%.
My family, funny enough, my family also got a PlayStation VR for Christmas as well. Yes, everyone's
They got my
using
Move
them.
controllers.
Yeah, no, that's wait till Boxing Day sales to get the Move controls. And funny thing, my youngest brother, he got a game called VR Robot, or Robot, whatever how to pronounce it. Like we
Robot,
just a robot
yeah.
smashing the city. It's those move controllers are dangerous,
Yeah,
man. Playing in the lounge and he's smashing buildings without a care. And not once, but twice does he nearly punch me in the nuts.
What are your nuts doing anywhere near him? All right. Sorry. Let me rein this back in. Before we set this up, we were all just chatting away, and we thought, all right. We're not going to make it the actual show as blue as what this is, because some of what we were talking about was just like supposed to be off camera, and then Sam comes along and talks about nuts being punched straight off the bat. Bad choice of words.
I'm talking about in the dirty way. I'm talking about like in the accidental, like dangerous.
I don't know any other kind of nuts that. Anyway.
Yeah, but I was sitting on because we thought it was good to play in the lounge room, but he strayed a bit far away from the playing area. It doesn't help that he was dangling the controller like this before he aimed. Sorry. And pow! Good thing I moved that second. And another time when playing that, I nearly get shurikens right in the face as well. It's like, they're dangerous, man.
So moving right along,
Yep.
Ben, what are you currently playing?
A couple of Switch games at the moment. The ever faithful Super Smash Bros.
Yeah, I love it.
Playing that, I had to mention that. And I'm still playing. We did a review on it. 99 Vidas. I'm still enjoying that. I still love it.
It's good.
For the Switch, it's quite handy to play that handheld on my lunch break at work, stuff like that. So yeah, it's those two at the moment. Those two I'm really just concentrating on, and nothing else.
And Sam, besides dodging, incoming nut attacks, what are you playing?
Well, what I was playing recently is actually something that I recorded, and it was with someone who's actually in the same room as you, Spacies. That's right,
It's me. I did it.
Yeah, me and Cameron recorded a Let's Play on the Nintendo Switch where we tested out online with old NES games.
All right.
And to hear about our experiences with that, you're just gonna have to wait to the video, mister.
Okay. And well, yourself, what are you playing?
I've still been continuing Sea of Thieves.
Oh, for a change.
And I've been playing that religiously all throughout the year. As well, I've been currently playing a different game, surprise, which is Spider-Man PlayStation 4,
Okay,
which is pretty good. And speaking,
awesome, isn't it?
Yeah, I love it. It's great. I've been playing it for like 2 hours already, and I'm only on like 5%, so I like to have a bit of fun in that. And I've been playing a lot of VR too, but I actually got my VR a year or two ago, so I've just been getting a few more VR games. One VR game that I enjoy is not kind of a game, it's more of these experience ones. There's one called Richie's Plank Experience. I don't know if you guys have heard about that one before.
No.
Well, the deal about that is that you go up a 80-story building and then you balance on this plank, and then you've got these different types of wooden planks you stand on, and you just basically just like use VR and look over the street and just balance on this building.
Well, try not to puke by the sound of it.
If you fall off, you die. It's basically suicide simulator. and another one that I've been playing is Everest. But the Richie's Plank Experience, that's so funny. Everest actually gave me vertigo as well. So.
Suicide and funny in the one sentence. I never thought, anyway, as for me, I haven't really been playing much. I've been just too busy with trying to keep up with all the Christmas stuff going on.
We're glad you asked the question then.
But I am going to be downloading. I found out about a game that okay, unless you've watched 80s movies, really obscure 80s movies, you won't probably get this reference, but there's a game called Slaps and Beans, which is just the weirdest title.
Oh, that nearly happened to me with the VR.
I don't know how I can beat that. Anyway, so there was a series of movies in the 80s by these two guys, like Western style movies, and one of the movies was called They Call Me Trinity, and it we're talking about 80s movies. This is IP from 30 years ago, and for some odd reason someone has decided to resurrect that IP and turn it into a pixelated style beat 'em up like the 99 Vidas, similar to that, but the artwork in this is, I think, way better than 99 Vitas. So, and for the power ups, for example, you got to drink a stein of beer. That's your power up for the life. And then once you finish with the power up and refilling your life bit meter, you smash the next guy over the head with a glass. That's awesome. Everyone wins except the guy getting hit.
It sounds like Luton, the game.
Yeah.
All right.
Luton's a bit of London. It's not nice.
Okay. So what we're going to do is how this works is we get questions that come in from my followers on Twitter. They are sent in by video. We are going to kick straight off with Top Loader. He was meant to be here today, but he's
Top Loader.
I know, but he's at the beach all week. Yeah, all week.
What's he doing there? What, he's on holiday or he just hangs out there?
Was he a lifeguard?
Yeah, does he live at the beach?
Alright, so anyway, Top Loader, take it away.
Okay, so the other day I got tagged in a tweet about the Nintendo DS, and some troll on there was going on about how the DS wasn't actually retro. Now, I thought to myself, well, I don't know, is the DS actually retro? Because it's 2 generations past now, surely that counts as retro. Because the Nintendo DS came out in 2004, so it's 14 years old. But when was the last time that it was actually in production? So do you go 10 years from that, or do you go from when it was actually first released? Because 14 years is still a long time for a console to be around. So what do you think? Do you think that it's 2 generations past, which is actually pretty much where the Nintendo sits right now? Nintendo DS sits right now. So that's my thoughts on it. What are your thoughts? And this troll that was on Twitter, I said to him, your problem with your argument is your actual argument, because you had no good arguments. So get the fuck out of here. No one likes a goddamn troll, bitch. Does this give you a fat? Because that's what's actually called a Nintendo DS fat. That's what they call it. Does it give you a fat? If it does, keep it to your fucking self, please.
So, alright, thanks, Top Loader. Who wants to kick off?
I will.
Yep.
Okay. I'd say, in a way, yes. Because considering how old the DS, it's over about 10 years old now. I know it's not very long to have something to be considered as retro, but when the DS first came out, it was back then when that kind of technology was first new. There wasn't very much double screen or touch screen handhelds back then, and it was kind of very inventive. It's something that Nintendo, they could do something like that. And when the DS started to make, different versions of itself over time, I think it's gone to be long enough to become a classic retro, not a classic but a retro title, because it had a lot of very beloved games on it.
Hank, when did the DS come out?
2004, I think it was.
That sounds about right.
Yeah.
So
it's over 10 years ago.
So do you, by that wisdom of yours, do you consider that the Xbox 360 is also retro?
No, but remember when you had the DS and you had those Picto Chat things where you talk to people, and it didn't have the Wi-Fi properly, when you're trying to communicate with your friends or whatever on the DS, and you'd have this crappy little thing called Picto Chat. You just talk to your friends, and if you were 100 meters away, it would disconnect. They didn't have the proper technology for the communication yet on those things. So that's one reason why I consider them to be kind of retro.
I was going to say, so you consider a console retro if the technology on it is laughable by today's standards.
Yeah, yeah.
That's your.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah,
I think that's spot on. And also, you remember the first iteration of the Nintendo DS? That was actually bigger than I had them both side by side once at lunch at work. It was bigger than the panini.
Yeah.
That I was eating. Actually bigger, and that was a pocket console. That was portable.
Well, as Top Loader said, it was referred to as the Fat.
Yeah. Still got one knocking about. But yeah, no, I agree. I think it's. I think I can see why you sort of compare it to the 360, but I think we're only. When you think the 360 generation and this console generation, they're not worlds apart. But I think when you look at what handhelds can do now, well, like the Switch, I know it's the hybrid portable console, but that it doesn't look too different docked than it does in your hand on the bus. I think the DS looks it's still great, but it looks dated compared to even the new 3DS. Technically, I mean, the new 3DS that was a half step.
Yeah.
But no, I agree.
Yeah.
Sam, what about you?
I want to say that the console itself should be considered retro now, but that doesn't necessarily mean that all of the games are considered retro.
Such as?
Fair point.
Such as, I'd say, such as the early ones, yes, but the later, whoops, sorry. Earbuds away.
You should have seen him setting up for this. It was a riot. I wish I was recording that.
Okay, the later half of the games have gone by retros based on age. Like, some of the later games aren't even 10 years old yet.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm going on
Okay,
about.
that's a fair
Like
point.
you know, the new Super Mario Brothers series, which premiered on the DS and they're still going, and there's that remake. It's not like a port.
Jeez, I hate
coming out
that
on the
name.
Switch.
The new.
New Super Mario
It's
Brothers.
gonna stay new.
New Super Mario Brothers Deluxe New Switch, whatever it's called. I don't know anymore.
Alright, so I think that pretty much, I personally think that yes, it is very much a retro console. I agree with what Sam was saying, that it is not so much that the later games are still to be considered retro, because some of those games are still playable by today's standards.
Yep.
But yeah, it gives me flashbacks when I look at the original. I've got an original DS. Damn
Me
thing
too.
doesn't work.
Oh.
I actually found a DVD in my collection from Cube magazine, if anybody remembers that.
Yes.
Cube.
Yeah, I've got them. I've
Yeah.
got those old cubes. Yeah.
They were hyping the Nintendo DS at like this Virgin Superstore, and they were promoting it with like this weird comedy character from the show where it's just like a guy in some weird bear costume making weird sexual innuendos.
Oh, can you please send that to me?
I'll probably have to find a rip because I'm pretty sure no one will flag me for doing that.
All right, we're going to move along. So thanks, Top Loader. And now we've got a question from Retro Collectors. And, okay, Retro Collectors, take it away.
Hey, what's going on, guys? Mike from the Retro Collectors. And this one question is, if you had to get rid of all your Sega memorabilia and just keep one, what would it be? And why?
That's assuming, though, that you guys have Sega memorabilia, which I don't know if you have.
It'll be a well easy question for me.
All right. All right, so thanks, Retro Collectors. All right, so who wants to kick off with this one?
I'll go first.
Yeah.
I'll get rid of all my collection, but I'll keep. This is going to be a cheeky answer, but I'll keep my EverDrive. Because that way I can have all my collection on one cartridge.
I've got a dodgy version of that here. Yeah, not really much to look at. They don't even give you a cover art or anything like that, but yeah. Anyone else?
I don't know. I've got a Mega Drive 2 and a copy of Mortal Kombat. I mean, I've got it on other stuff. Don't care if I lose it.
What more can anyone ask for?
Well, I've got a Mega Drive, Mega CD, loads of software behind me right there, but not much memorabilia as such. So I'm not sure. Yeah.
I might have one thing.
What have you got?
Go on.
If I'd get rid of everything, even the games, whatever, and keep one thing from, like, if you talk about memorabilia that doesn't count as games, is that what we're referring to?
Memorabilia. Yeah.
Oh,
I have-
something wrong then.
I have, I might say this and go back home and think I should have said that, but I have this one thing I would keep, which is a thing I bought from Sega World in 2000.
No.
No one else has it online. No one has got it, and it's like back when Sega World was heavily promoting Sonic Adventure.
Is this the toilet paper?
No.
No.
It's a key. It's like a necklace. It's like a Sonic necklace. It's a gold and silver Sonic Adventure necklace. Whether it's actually made of gold and silver is of question, but it's plastic really, but it's cool looking. And it's a necklace. It's got, like, you wear it around your head and everything. It's got the Sonic Adventure Sonic logo, and it was made in Australia back in 2000. I'll keep that.
Well, I'll tell you what. Post edit. If you can send me a photo of that, I would.
I will. Yeah, I've got photos.
I'll put a photo of
Yeah,
it
I've
up
got
on the
photos of
screen. For me, I did a video. 10 things that I would take with me if this place was.
I saw that.
Yeah. Bit of dodgy acting at the start too. I don't know what. Probably my Shenmue watch. I don't know. It's not really a Shenmue watch. You know what? I probably would keep the Sonic pin.
Yeah, I saw that Sonic pin.
Because that was given to me when I first started at Sega, and I think that's the... I didn't really keep much when I should have stole more, or stole anything. There was a lot of thieving. There was a bit of thieving going around, and I was just too... I didn't want to lose my job, so I wasn't taking anything. But meanwhile, everyone's just hoarding stuff left, right, and center. But yeah, for me, probably would be that Sonic the Hedgehog pin. I hope that answers your question. Next, we've got a question from, I can never pronounce her name, Sayarix. I'm so sorry. Anyway, take it away.
Hey Spacies, Sayarix here. How are you, mate? Nice to see you. I've got my question for you finally. If you could be in any video game and you could be a character from that game, which game would it be? I would like to be in Final Fantasy VIII, and I would be Rinoa, of course, the princess. Then I get to be with Squall, and I get to play with his Gunblade. Oh, no, his Gunblade. Why are you judging me? Why are you being dirty? No, his Gunblade, look. The sharp, pointy thing. Yes, that Gunblade. So yeah. And I'd get to ride the Ragnarok and see all the beautiful places and fight along Seed and kill all the enemies. So yeah, it'd be awesome. So yeah, there's my question for you, and I can't wait to hear your answers. Take care, mate. Bye!
Alright, so thanks, Sayarix. I'll probably kick this one off. I'd like to be Tom Nook in Animal Crossing.
You bastard! He's responsible for years of torment.
Yes.
You know what, though? Nintendo themselves say that they acknowledge the fact that everyone hates Tom Nook, but they actually tried to explain that he is actually a good guy. He is actually the one that gives you the opportunity, and then it's up to you to take advantage of that opportunity, was the way they explained it.
But in the rest of your life,
he sends the goons around.
In New Leaf as well. In New Leaf, you don't even need him because you're the mayor. So what's the point? Why is he in the game?
He's kind of semi-retired.
Like, you're the mayor, but he runs things in that town.
Oh, he's the boss.
But if he's the boss, how could you be the mayor if he's the boss?
It's like God.
Exactly.
It's like Godfather. He's like the he's the mafia.
One. I gotta give you a house, but you're gonna owe me triple what it's worth. But you're a mayor. Everyone thinks you're a mayor. But if you don't pay me, I'll snap off your kneecaps. Like, he's a swine. If he had a voice, that's what he'd sound like.
Sam, what about you?
Well, I was thinking hard about this answer. I'm trying to avoid any R-rated games here.
No, go for it. We did the disclaimer at the start. It's all right.
No, I'm actually going for something a bit more PG. And when I think about it, the more comfortable it sounds. Like, people are probably going to accuse me for being a furry after this, but that's not the case. My answer is
I thought that boat sailed long ago.
Yeah.
My answer is Sonic the Hedgehog. Why? Because I get to run around all these beautiful lands. Get to run around, get to jump on everything, get to annoy doctors, and I get to do it all naked, except for wearing shoes. and get this, I still get the girl in the end, aka Sonic 2006.
My Sonic here's got clothes. He's got a shirt. God, he's
considered him to be naked.
Why did that even come up as a topic? Why did the fact that he's got no clothes on matter?
Well, he just needs shoes. Well, he just needs shoes.
It's like Donald Duck when he gets out of the shower.
He puts the towel on,
but never wears he never wears anything on his bottom half the rest of the time. But how have I never noticed that Sonic's naked?
I've never thought about Donald Duck before though, getting out of a shower.
Yeah, only ever where Sonic covers his bits when he's getting in or out of the shower.
Why does he need a shower? He's a fucking duck.
Yeah. Find a pond, you be fine.
What about you, Cameron? What character would you be?
I would say Sonic the Hedgehog, like.
We're all just gonna be.
No. I'd say that, and people say, "Oh, you're just saying that because you're Cameron." That's what we obviously knew all this time. But no, I won't say Sonic. I'd say Crash Bandicoot, because Crash Bandicoot's got the best personality. He's such an idiot, but then ends up saving the day every time, and all he does is spin around and jump on shit and eat apples.
He stole that from Tasmania.
What's Tasmania? What Tasmania?
Tasmania, Looney Tunes.
Oh,
Yeah. Tassie Devil.
Taz the Tasmanian
It's
Devil.
just a rip-off of Tassie.
Crash the bed.
Oh, okay.
And he had pants on. How dare you?
Ben, have you got an answer to this?
Yeah, I think it'd probably be the merchant from Resident Evil 4. Just so I can do that voice.
The creepy guy with the...
And just sell stuff at ridiculous prices.
That's the proper seller's market, that, isn't it?
You're living the dream, aren't you?
By zombies.
Yeah, every time someone turns up, just do the voice. Welcome! Just never get bored with that voice.
I can imagine you doing cosplay. getting arrested.
Never heard it pronounced like that before.
Just be glad I'm not cosplaying as Sonic now.
Yeah, we should all be thankful for that thing.
Yeah, I was going to say, because you don't even need the shoes.
I'll paint myself blue. I don't want people going, Sonic, your emeralds are showing.
Yeah. And as the years go on, your legs get longer and longer for no reason whatsoever.
That's it.
Do we notice that?
He did a lot more running back in the day and still had like sort of pipe cleaner legs. Now he hasn't done any running for a long time, and all of a sudden he's like Dwayne Johnson.
Yeah, now he's like 8 foot tall.
Yeah.
Chris, have you got an answer to this?
Oh, I've got an answer. 50 Cent from 50 Cent. I'd love to be 50 because that was 50 Cent in his prime. Like he was making millions. He was like selling out rap tours across the planet. He was best friends with Eminem. There's a button in that game that you can press that's got no other function but to swear. That's incredible. Like you press the button and he says, "Oh, get on, motherfucker," stuff like that. And every time you do it, there's about 19 different variations.
That's awesome.
That sounds like my kind of game.
It's incredible. It's not a good game, but it's worth it for that button.
Funny
Game of the year.
Yeah, and you can pick it up for about 60 pence. It's great.
Not 50 cents.
Sell it to missing a trip.
There's so much ironic about that. So Rick, I hope that answers your question, but I don't think it did. All right, next one is from Aussie Gamers Express. Take it away.
G'day Brian and special guests. Lucas here from Aussie Gamers Express. I've got a question for you guys. Now the question is, what is your favourite all-time gaming controller that isn't a standard controller that came with any console or gaming device? For me, I love this one here. It's the Space Orb 360. Have you heard of it? I suppose that's two questions. But what is yours? What is the most amazing controller that you've ever used that may have been a third-party controller or a special controller or something like that? I'd like to know. Thanks a lot for hearing my question out. Can't wait to see the show. Bye-bye.
All right, so thanks Aussie Gamers Express. And while you were asking that, someone was diving off screen to get that controller. Sam, what have you got for us?
Well, I've got my favourite NES plunger.
Oh,
No, that's not it. That's not it.
That was such an anticlimax, Sam.
No, this is a this is a controller that I've actually had in my collection since I was about
Is that motion
15,
control?
16. I haven't unboxed it. Like, it's my favorite, but I don't play with it. I just love the look and feel. Well, not feel because it's still boxed. I love the look of it. It's the Resident Evil 4 chainsaw controller.
I knew it.
That's awesome.
It's a bit dusty and the stickers are falling off, but I don't care. This is permanently part of my
Well, that just makes my answer crap, but anyway.
Yeah, but that's it. Doesn't take much to explain. It's just a chainsaw with blood.
It's coming. It is coming out all potato-like, but I will give myself more work later and put in a picture of that.
If you're gonna put in a picture, make sure to put in a picture of the GameCube one as well. Which, funny story.
Got any more work for me post-edit? Anything else?
I originally one, but unfortunately, when I went to buy it, it just got banned in Australia.
What?
Yes, it did, for being too gory looking. And by
But
the
it's
time
a-
the controller
Oh, for
got
God's
unbanned,
sakes.
It's a
they were out
plastic
with
toy.
the PS2 edition, which I bought instantly, and it's never left my collection since.
Wow.
If I was gonna save something in a fire, it'd probably be this. This has to be my favorite item in my collection, or one of them.
I've got an answer. My favorite non-standard controller is the PlayStation Namcon Negcog controller, the Twisty, which was used for Ridge Racer.
I know that one.
It's the one controller that polarizes so many people. There's so many people that hate using it, but if you just give it a chance, I think it's I do think it works well with Ridge Racer. And what was the other game that was good for Wipeout? That's right. Probably number 2 if I had to give another number 2. The Wavebird. It's it just the only downer about this controller, it doesn't have rumble.
Oh.
Oh well, you can't have it all.
Why is it called the Wavebird if the controller doesn't wave?
Honourable mention for ugliest controller.
What's that?
It's a Sega. It's the Saturn. I don't know what you'd call it, the DX or something.
It looks like an alien took a shit, dude.
It looks like
somebody, like a paleontologist, dug it up in the desert.
So
That's horrendous.
it looks like something that a prop from Top Gun, but it's super comfortable though. It does not look it, but it is really super comfortable. Yeah, you have a look at that.
Oh wow, it is.
So, Ben, have you got a nomination?
Yeah, one springs to mind, which is the classic controller for the Wii.
Thank you.
Oh yeah.
Which is really useful when playing Super Nintendo games from the shop, or even if you want to emulate whatever. The actual feel of it feels like a Super Nintendo controller to me, but a lot more sleek and a lot more pro.
So you're talking about the first one that came out, not the second, because there was 2 versions.
The actual second one, which is a bit like the Super Nintendo controller. But it's for the Wii. Yeah, it's just really nice. Brian's got one, hasn't he?
Here we go.
He almost fell off his chair.
Oh,
I almost did.
Not that one.
Yeah.
Not that one.
This was the second one. You're talking about the very first one that came out, but this one's still cool.
Yeah.
Bit of dust on that.
Ironically, there was a Super Nintendo controller for Hickory for the Nintendo Wii.
Really?
What's that?
Yeah, it's hard to find. I wouldn't say hard to find. I'd probably say it's more. I don't even know that. Oh, all I know is it exists. I wanted to buy one back in the day, but I'm just like, wait a minute. I can't afford Super Nintendo games on the Wii. It was back when I was like a teenager and I was like, broke out.
Chris, have you got an answer for this?
Yeah, well, mine's sort of a cop-out really, because when I was growing up, my parents would buy me a console. I'd have like the one controller, the first-party controller that come with it. So the second player, which always turned out to be my controller in the end, it was always like a third-party one. So my favourite aftermarket controller is always any controller that has a turbo switch on it. Because when I was playing Mortal Kombat or Street Fighter, that switch on turbo, you press punch once and you're like Bruce Lee. It's amazing. It's so easy to win because as soon as you... It doesn't matter what the controller is. If it's got a turbo button, I will learn how to use it. And then I will ask my sister to play Mortal Kombat.
I'd love I wonder how good the turbo buttons would be on like the track and field games. Just hold it down and go
See,
like
I can go further back than that. With Hyper Olympics in the arcade, kids used to have cigarette lighters and rub it over the button because it had the rounded edge. And rather than doing that, you'd just be going back and forth. I better not do that too long because people will turn that into a GIF.
I was about to. I'm doing it right now, Brian.
Did you have an answer?
Yeah, I do. I've actually got 2, and they're both Dreamcast ones. One of them is a Mad Catz Dreamcast controller, which also, it was very comfortable. I've still got it. It also had a C and a Z button. Why they were there, I don't know what they were for. And it had a light on it that would shine up The other one
A
is
light.
Yeah, it had a light on it. I'll send you a photo of it.
Okay.
The other one, because I'm a racing nut and I love all these Dreamcast and arcade-ish racing games, and I picked up this controller a couple of years ago. It was like a racing steering wheel, but it was in the shape of a Dreamcast controller, and it's green. So when you play these racing games, it's super comfortable.
Dude, you got to send me photos.
Yeah, I'll send you photos of that one as well. It's like kind of greenish. It's in the shape of its steering wheel. It's got the buttons on the side, and it's in a Dreamcast controller, but it's bigger than the regular Dreamcast controller.
There's so many weird aftermarket stuff that was released. That'd be a video in itself,
Yeah.
but
Right, they sound like James Bond gadgets at this point.
yeah. But and just a reminder to anyone that's watching this, the guys here didn't know about any of these questions. I haven't given them any of these questions prior to recording. And it's just amazing some of the stuff that's coming up in as answers. That's pretty impressive. But yeah, Aussie Gamers Express, I hope that answers your question. We've got to move along. We've still got another 5 more questions to get through. Uncle Chunt, you're up.
Ahoy, Uncle Chunt here. Curious on your thoughts. Sonic Adventure Remake. There's been talks, I think it was the creator of Sonic, or the game director of modern Sonic games at least, saying that he would like to revisit or remake the original Sonic Adventure for today. I, for one, would be for that if they got rid of all the hub world elements. I think that just kills the game, kills their momentum, and I hate it. It took me right out of the game and I just couldn't be bothered playing. So I would like to see them revisit it and try and do better. And even he admits that the game by then was rough, and even by today's standards is still really rough around the edges, and he'd like to do something better. So let me know your thoughts. I'm all for better Sonic games because God knows he needs better ones.
Alright, so Uncle Chunt, thanks for that. I personally would love to see Sonic Adventure being remade. I think that game was a product of its time and suffered some, I guess, glaring issues that in hindsight could be smoothed out now with what game developers know now. I'd buy that. Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, I think it couldn't hurt, could it? I mean, what's the worst that could happen? It couldn't tarnish the Sonic brand anymore. And, I mean, Sonic Mania did so much to elevate Sonic back, like approaching levels of former greatness.
To give it some sort of cred.
Sonic Forces. Yeah. So I mean, a remake of a Sonic game that most people generally agree that it's quite good. I used to love that game.
Yeah, it's pretty good. If they can make it so that it don't get stuck in the walls sometimes as well, that'd be awesome.
Yeah.
Because that happens a lot in Sonic Adventure.
It couldn't hurt, really.
Yeah,
it would be fun.
Be good.
Yeah.
So one of the things, like Uncle Chunt was saying, that is that get rid of the hub world because he thought that dragged the game out. But I don't know, keeping the hub world and make that just as it's meant to be a hub. To try and...
That was some of my favourite things about
in the hub world, especially if you talk to the characters. Like
Yeah.
talk to the movie where they go, la 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 la, we're in love.
I remember that.
Yeah, no, I agree with that, yeah.
Oh wow, what happened to the audio? You killed the audio, Sam!
Sorry.
Don't do that again.
I remember those characters.
No, the short answer to that is definitely we would love to see. I don't know how true those rumors are. I mean, someone only has to make a passing comment, and then all of a sudden the internet's all over it. Like, oh, it's definitely going to happen.
But now they did Sonic Mania, and they found that Sonic Mania has been so successful because they went back to their original games, and they thought, well, maybe if they could do the same, they could
oh,
do
well, let's
this
just
with
keep
Sonic Adventure.
remaking the old games over and over again. Let's not do anything new because it's obvious that when we do something new, that it doesn't work.
Yeah.
I do have some concerns though if Sonic Adventure was to get remade, and that is everyone likes to add on the DLC bullshit to everything. And one of the big heavy things, a part of that game, is the Chow Garden.
Yeah.
And I do not want to buy all the items of the Chow as DLC. But I can also see a positive for DLC actually, because the original Sonic Adventure had all of these
Christmas DLC.
And all this, yes, the original Dreamcast version of Sonic Adventure did have DLC for like special events, so it would be nice to see them put back into the game.
All right.
I just think that game is Big the Cat. Was Big the Cat in that?
Yeah.
Get rid of him.
Yeah.
But don't even cut out his dialogue. Just remove the character model. I'd be fine with that. Just so that everyone who used to play it and got really pissed off with it just knows. Like you go, oh, I remember when Big the Cat was in that, and I am not sad that he's gone.
Too many characters in general.
I think the only good thing about Big the Cat was his theme song was good. Other than that, I didn't like his fishing stages. Froggy.
I must be the only one here that kind of likes. I must be the only one here that kind of likes Biggs the Cat, but I do agree that his stages suck.
Stop doing that. Sorry. I'm the only one in the world that does.
All right. So Uncle Chunt, I hope that answers your question. Moving right along, we have got another question now from Mr. Slam. He's got 3 M's in his name. All right, Mr. Slam, take it away.
Peace and Spacies. Got a quick question for you. Was wondering what your thoughts were around MMOs. I really like retro games, but I also like jumping into a MMO to do some grinding. So what are your thoughts? Thanks.
All right, thanks, Mr. Slam. Personally, no, I haven't really touched on this style of game too much myself. I don't like the idea of paying more for a game once you've already paid for it. That's why I've been sort of one to keep away from that. You?
I only played RuneScape back when it was like really popular, like a decade or so ago, but other than that, not
Carbon
really.
Gaming Nights, I think those guys, Carbon Nights Gaming I should say, they play it still, I think.
Is it the classic
if it's
one?
an old game, those guys are on it.
That game, my parents play that game.
All right, I think that's the short answer to that. And that killed that topic.
Yeah, just no. Got nothing.
No, I don't know. I kind of want to get into though Marvel Universe. They're remaking that they're doing a third one for the Switch.
Yeah, oh yeah.
And that kind of feels like that style of game, yeah.
Yeah.
That game will not go down in price. It just will not go down in price. They keep.
I've noticed that with a lot of Switch games, they don't go down.
Yeah, they don't
just
go on
because
sale.
people buy them. The more you buy something,
I'm actually.
$5 doesn't go down really. When you think about even pre-owned, it's still like 35 quid. Well, you know, it doesn't go down very much because it's still in top 20 games like charts.
But the one I'm talking about on Xbox One, and even on the Xbox 360, the Marvel Universe games, they just still keep them at new pricing, and those games are like 10 years old. I don't understand it.
Ultimate Alliance quite hard to get hold of on the Xbox 360 for ages. Then they re-released them on the e-stores.
Yeah.
And I mean, now you find more and more of them in like pre-owned sections, but they're still expensive.
Well, I think the short answer to that was that, well, the explanation to that was when they first got released, Marvel was kind of a thing, but not. And now, with all the Marvel movies getting huge, they know they're onto a winner, but so they're trying to just gouge as much money out of that as they can.
Well, this one's based on the Black Order from Infinity War, so it's Thanos, the Children of Thanos. So yeah, I mean it's a proper movie tie-in.
Sorry to disappoint you there, Mr. Slam, but it looks like that's not really a popular genre around here. Now, my mate, my old ex-Sega Hotline staff member, colleague, Tim Gadler has a question. Tim?
G'day, it's Pat Tim Gadler here, and I know it's a very boring handle. It's about as boring as this background, hey. Anyway, thanks Brizza for the Follow Friday tag. It's much appreciated. And g'day to the other guys there, Maz, Cameron, and Grumpies. I hope you're all doing well. Anyway, just got one question, and that is simply considering that it's 2019, and we're almost at the end of the decade, just tell me, what do you think is the one game that has defined this decade? It doesn't have to be the best game. It could be the crappiest game. It could be the most annoying game. Who cares? Just tell me what you think. What is the one game that has defined the 2010s? I'd love to hear your thoughts.
All right, thanks, Tim. Yeah, so that's a really big question. The game of the tennies. Is that what we're calling this decade? The tennies?
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll go with tennies, can we?
Yeah. That's lame. But anyway. I don't.
It's got to be Grand Theft Auto 5. Like, love it or hate it, that's like Rockstar have influenced everything. I mean, they put out a game every 4 or 5 years, and it stays where it is.
It's usually a belter.
But would you say that defines the gaming this decade? Do you think that defines this decade of gaming?
See, because before that it'd be Grand Theft Auto 4, which was incredibly polarising. But I think, GTA 5's 6 years old, 7 years old?
It's old, yeah.
Well, it's not a new game, yeah. But it's still up there in bestseller lists now. I think, yeah. I'll die on this hill. I think, yeah.
I'd have to probably agree, even though it's not really my cup of tea. I'd say you're probably right.
Yeah. I never got into like GTA Online or anything like that. I tried to, and I kept getting killed by the same bloke.
7-year-old.
Never. Oh yeah, well yeah, all right. The same 7-year-old. That's really accurate. Actually. But yeah, it's even that. I mean, that's making them millions. Do you know what I mean? I think they've changed the gaming industry.
I got an answer for this one, and it's not a game that I play much at all, but I've got like 5 different versions of it. Minecraft. That's
a good show.
I think Minecraft really changed. Well, it gave an indication as to which direction gaming was going, and that is that it's an online experience. It's freedom of expression. I personally still to this day don't get Minecraft. I don't understand the big attraction to it. I tried so many times to get into that game, and I need a story, I need a goal, I need something to do. But these kids are just building castles and
10-year-olds play it.
Yeah.
Like you say, these kids, you should see my mansion on Minecraft. I'll tell you what, I mean, you live there. It's absolutely amazing. It's incredible. It's got an underground casino. No one will ever be able to join me in it because I don't invite anyone. Other people will break stuff. That's the thing. Other people will come over and they'll trash it, and I don't want that. I'm happy to wander around my casino. I've got an entire wing that's built like the Croft Mansion from Tomb Raider. But it's even got the freezer that you can lock that old fucker in. I've even built that. I do love Minecraft, in fact. If I could change my answer, I would.
You just did.
I wouldn't even think that I spent it. My life in Minecraft was better than my actual life for about a year. How bad is that?
I remember when Minecraft was just new, before everybody knew about it. I was playing like on the server, and I was building like all these underground nightclubs, including the public bathrooms. Then of course some fucker comes in and plugs it all up. And for my revenge, everything he built, I always built like a giant space invader shooting lasers at his buildings. As revenge.
Excellent. But see, no, I think you're right with that. When you think how many different platforms that game has been released on, it's essentially the same. It's the same thing.
Yeah, I've got.
Still, no matter the platform, it got released on Switch and sold millions of copies of it.
I've got it on. My favourite version of that was the Vita. Just because it was so super compact and portable, and it had buttons. I don't like mobile gaming. Although I might find myself getting more into mobile gaming if I have a controller to use with it.
You can get that thing that looks like a Game Boy and plug it into the...
Well, I've just discovered NVIDIA Shield, and this is the controller that comes with that. So I'm now starting to explore the Android market for gaming, and this is such a cool controller.
It looks cool, doesn't it? Like up close, it looks really nice.
Yeah, polygons going on all over the place.
It looks better in person.
But no, I as far as what game defined this decade, it's got to be either Minecraft or Grand Theft Auto 5.
Could I have a suggestion?
Yeah.
I'd like to say it's not really a game in itself, but I reckon one important one is even though you might not agree with my answer, is the Crash Bandicoot Trilogy remake that came out on PlayStation 4 last year. Because how long has it been since
That
there was a
defines this
Crash-
decade?
Yeah, because ever since then it's done so well. It was in the top charts for like over a year. And then after that, the Spyro came out to become a new remastered thing, and then the Medieval's doing it, and then there's going to be another one coming out this year. And then because I know it's not like an original or anything, but I just think it's because it's been so long, and the remaster was just so fantastic. Then lots of other people wanted to go, oh hey, let's do that too. It's kind of.
But I don't know how
trend
you
now.
can say that could define the decade. Like that's.
Look how amazing it looks. I don't know if you
There's
played
a lot
it.
of amazing looking
Yeah, but
games
Crash-
that are being released. That doesn't mean that they're defining the decade.
No, but I mean the whole gameplay point of it, like how they managed to do everything from the ground up, and like, I mean it is pretty impressive. I don't.
So, are you saying that that game defines the fact that we're just living in a decade of remake?
No, no, not everything's been remade. But with the games that have been remade, like Crash last year, I know there have been better games out there. Like if I'd say Sea of Thieves, you know I'd be trolling you. But
Well, my answer pales in comparison to Minecraft now, but my answer was going to be Dark Souls, only because not only is it because of the game, but it extended beyond the game to like pop culture. Like everybody, including people that didn't play the game, always said this is the Dark Souls of something. So it sort of crossed over from game to pop culture.
Man, can hardly see you.
I was going to say one game that no one's even mentioned, and it got the attention of the whole world at one brief, short, little moment.
Don't say Flappy Bird. Don't say Flappy Bird.
Oh damn! You took my Pokemon Go.
Oh yeah,
Pokemon Go. Everyone was on that.
Well, guess what? I never played it.
Well, it's still available. You
Yeah,
can still
I know,
play it. It didn't
I know.
die. It didn't go away.
But I guess because if I didn't know, but I didn't think of the answer.
What was that? Sam, do that again.
I never got into the Pokemon.
And look, and again, it was pointed out by Tim. It doesn't necessarily have to be the best game. It's just a game that defined this decade, whether that be good or bad. I don't know if we really answered that. I personally think that it's either got to be Minecraft or Grand Theft Auto 5, but I think there's so many different games that could perhaps step forward to answer that or fulfill that category.
Hopefully.
Sorry, Tim, we couldn't give you a better answer than that. This next one is from Starship Elemprise, or Elinus. There's a double N in there. Anyway, sorry, I struggle with these names. Anyway, Starship Elemprise, take it away.
Hello, the Spacies show. I'm a big fan of the show. I want to know which game was your game of the year, 2018. Here's mine. Alright, bye.
Alright, thank you, Starship Elemprise.
question.
Good question, and I think this could go on for a little bit. I don't really have an answer though, because I don't think I got truly captivated by this year's games as I did in 2017. I think maybe Sonic Mania Plus. I don't know. I didn't really. Okay.
Again,
Disclaimer: I have not played God of War, and I have not played Spider-Man, and I have not played. I have played Grand Theft on horses.
Red Dead 2.
Yeah, I've played Red Dead 2 a bit, but not enough to say that's my favourite game. I find it tedious at the start. I am trying to get into it, but man, it is a slow burn.
Yeah, that game is a grind to get into, and for me, that is what I mean. I enjoy it, but the fact that I had to make myself like it in the first 3 hours.
Yeah.
That's why Spider-Man is my
Spider-Man's
game of the year.
great.
Spider-Man, you're slinging webs right away. It's
instantly you pick it up, and I couldn't put it down.
Yeah, it's good.
And it made. I wanted to buy the DLC. I was waiting for the new chapters in the DLC. I was waiting for it because I hadn't got my fill of Spider-Man after 50 odd hours. And for me, that's what I want from a game. I want to keep wanting more games.
So anyone else?
Yeah.
Sorry.
I have an answer to this.
I was just seeing if we got anyone watching on Twitch.
Okay.
There's one person, it's
Yay.
me.
Well, my game of the year that everybody probably knows if you follow me on Twitter is Sea of Thieves.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow, I wouldn't have expected that.
Because I play it so often, it's not funny anymore. And now, since Xbox Game Pass was on sale, a lot of my other friends have just started to get it as well. And we start to play with each other. But it's just something that I love so much about Sea of Thieves. It's just like, you can do whatever you want. It's like, the environments are so nice. And it's like, sometimes when you communicate with other players, you could choose sometimes to be friends with them and go on missions with them, or you could kill them.
I got to give it another chance because I played that game and you know my story. I got on there and some bastard stole my ship and I didn't even know how to operate the damn thing. And as he's sailing away from me, he's taking parting shots at me. I thought, screw this.
I've been trying to get Brian to get it so I could teach him how to enjoy it better and how to play it. And once you get the hang of it, you will enjoy it. It's just like, even something that's so relaxing, you can spend hours on this ship just like driving around and doing whatever.
Didn't another game already do this? Wind Waker? Hello?
Even if you, but in Wind Waker you can't be dicks to other people, and in Sea of Thieves you can.
Oh, so that's the selling feature.
Yeah.
You can be an absolute arse. Yeah.
An absolute
I do understand.
Arsehole.
Do I understand right? It's a different game to the one that was initially released, because I played it at release and I didn't get on with it because I thought, well, after I'd done a couple of things, I thought this is
what else is there to do? Yeah.
Game, but as far as I'm aware,
but they have been adding stuff in.
They have added lots of things and more's coming, so it's good how they keep on adding to it while the game is already released. And they add more stuff. Once they add stuff, it's in there permanently. The maps.
What do they call it? Sea of Skies?
I was going to say No Man's Sky is brilliant now.
No.
No Man's Seas.
I never played No Man's Sky.
No Man's Seas, that's what they were calling it
I
first.
understand the backlash at the start of that.
But like, I know at first, when the game first came out, there were people saying like, oh, there's not much to do, and then when people were like commenting, they listened and said, okay, we'll add more stuff, and then they added more and more and more, and that's how they expanded
But the problem, okay, so here's the thing, and we've talked about this quite a few times on this show, and that is that if you don't deliver the goods on a game in the first week, forget it. It's just not gonna. It's not gonna kick on. And Halo Collection, for example, on Xbox One, now is an awesome product. But the issues that game had on the first week or two, killed it. It's even potentially enough to kill the Halo franchise. What happened to that game?
I don't know. Halo 5's doing that. Halo 5 did that very quickly.
Yeah.
Dreadful game.
I never played Halo 5, but I even have that Halo collection, and I still enjoy that.
I love the Halo collection. It's like you can't ask for more content in one game. That thing is huge.
Yeah.
But like I said, when you went online though to play multiplayer, it was just broken. There was nothing working with it at all.
Well, when Sea of Thieves first came out, I had basically no problem with the online. There were lots of people who were doing silly things with us who were online. I guess people who were complaining about it expected too much, but now that when they added more things, it's getting more people into the game now, which I think it's a good thing that they continue to update it. Yeah, and support it.
Oh, well, I mean, I guess this is an invitation for anyone watching to maybe check it out, and you're saying get on it.
Yeah.
Are you getting paid? Are you getting any sort of endorsement?
I wish
at
I
all?
was.
You should be.
We even made a song about Sea of Thieves on a new album that we're working on, so we should get endorsed somehow.
All right, we're finally up. We are finally up to the last question, and it's from It's Your Player 2. That's his name. It's Your Player 2, and yeah, take it away.
Hey, what's up, Spacies and crew? Josh, aka Your Player 2 here, and my question for you guys is there a particular video game series that you think has either fallen from grace, or one maybe you're just fond of that hasn't had a recent entry that you would like to see get revived? Now, my personal pick for this will be Silent Hill. I've been a big fan since the original, and, you know, obviously Silent Hill fans have been through quite a lot. Really, Konami fans have been through a lot. So I'm just curious, what's your take on this? Is there a series that you think has fallen from grace that you would like to see revived in some way that you would find more appealing? And believe me when I say the irony of wearing a Fallout 76 shirt is not lost on me. So anyways, that's it. Thanks for having me on, Spacies. Take care.
Alright, so thank you to It's Your Player 2. Yeah, who's got any ideas on this one?
I have a good answer to this.
Yeah.
But before you say that, I think maybe Brian should answer this one first. What former glorious franchise might be considered somewhat shite these days? Aside from maybe Sonic Mania.
I don't know what you're talking about. I have absolutely no idea what you're talking about.
Brian, what the fuck was that? I don't recognise that at all. Can we just keep on topic here?
Yeah.
My chair keeps falling down. Alright, so, yes, Sonic, I think is the most obvious one in this. Halo to a degree. I think Halo needs to get... How big was Halo 2 and 3? I mean, that just was epic at the time. And it's just...
I even liked Halo 4. I just think they forgot that a lot of people, well, myself certainly, I say a lot of people, I just mean me. I was in it for the story. People. I was in it for the campaign.
Yeah.
I played Halo games for the campaign. In Halo, the first Halo, when I walked out onto the ring and I could see everything, that is a memory that's up here forever.
Yeah.
That's one of my favourite gaming memories, seeing that ring that extended.
Oh, for me, it was just looking at the grass.
The
grass was amazing in that.
It moved. Unbelievable. And just, I mean, 343 it's not even a bad Halo game, Halo 4. It's good, but it's
not epic.
1 and 3, it was different. It expanded on the formula. Halo 4 didn't, and Halo 5 gave you half a campaign story, and I didn't give a shit about that half. I mean, even multiplayer aside, it's not the same for me anymore.
Yeah, with 4 they tried to introduce that new character and tried to make you so invested in this new character, and it just didn't work. And I think they got to focus back on the Chief. The series has always been about the Chief, and it should stay that way. If you do deviate away from him with other side characters, do it for a mission, but then go back to... It's got to be about the Chief. He's the one... And I don't know, in number 6 they got to do a face reveal. Face reveal. Come on.
yeah. We want to see what John looks like.
John. Okay. Sam, what game have you got on your mind that should come back from its former glory?
Guitar Hero.
Guitar Hero.
Like 5 times.
Killed it. You just killed it.
Killed the combo.
Is it still around anymore?
The last
no.
one came out a few years there. Yeah,
No.
the last game killed it with where is it?
Oh no, he's gonna run off.
Use my Dalson arms, 2-arm grab thing.
Oh, he's always got that handy. He's got that within arm's reach.
With the
I'm gonna put a photo up here, and this is someone accused me of setting this up, and I swear to God it was legit. I was walking to the doctors, and on the way to the doctors I saw abandoned on the side of the road a Guitar Hero in a game in its box, just lying there abandoned near a donation bin.
Where it belongs.
And someone tried to say, "Oh, this is a stitch up." No, it was not a stitch up. It was legit.
If you're going to stitch something up, put a better game there.
Yeah.
Have you seen some of the crazy stuff found on the side of the street? I kid you not. One time I found on the side of the street, it was Grand Theft Auto Liberty City Stories for the PSP.
Oh, nice.
Granted, it wasn't in its plastic shell, it was just a flat out disc. But I reckon if you put in like a replacement shell, it would have ran.
No, I can't ever say I've ever had a find like that.
No, you just had Guitar Hero.
Yeah, well, just that. And you know what? I walked past it. I didn't pick it up. I was just
That's the way it should
nah.
You did the right thing.
I looked left and right just in case someone's watching, and I thought, nah, not worth it. Nah.
I wouldn't pick that up.
All right. Thanks. It's your player 2. I appreciate that. I think Sonic, Guitar Hero.
I had the same answer as Sonic, so we both had the same answer.
Yeah, and Halo. Lift your game up, guys. Come on.
What I will say before that is when you asked the question, Ben rubbed his hands together with glee. I kind of want to hear what it was he had to say. I want to. What was it? Because you did this. You went.
I did.
Oh, sorry. Okay.
You were furious.
I wasn't furious.
Well, I hope.
I was just looking forward to the question, looking forward to everyone's answers.
All right.
Yeah.
So you don't have an answer?
I do. A video game franchise that I would like to see picked up again, if that was the question. I've actually forgotten already.
Yeah, do it.
Was Beautiful Joe. Can you remember that?
Yeah.
I played it on the channel.
And it just disappeared
Yeah.
one day. It just went. There were 2 for the GameCube, I believe. And
a PlayStation 2.
Possibly the Game Boy Advance as well.
There was a PlayStation 2 release as well, which is what I got.
3 for the GameCube and some for the Game Boy Advance, and I believe there was 1 for the PSP.
Right, okay. I played the first 2 for the GameCube, loved them, and I don't remember the third title, but
no, you don't remember that one. That was like iconic.
We don't talk about that.
But I just remember that franchise just disappearing one day. I thought, oh, I might just play that up now. It's just gone. But yeah, I've got the 2 over there for the GameCube, and they're fantastic titles.
Another disappeared franchise that I'd love to see revived again. I don't know if you guys remember it. Is Croc. Do you remember the old Croc games?
I never liked Croc.
Why not? I love Croc.
Why does that ring a horrendous bell?
Croc and Croc 2.
It's a crock of shit.
Croc's awesome.
That's what I think it was.
Is that what you're thinking of?
It's like, what was it?
I was thinking
It's like-
just a
it's like-
Yeah. I saw trailers of Croc on a Star Wars videotape as a kid. I was like, this
Star
is
Wars. Is this episode 1?
No, this was the 1997 remaster of episode 4.
Oh, right, where Han doesn't shoot first.
Yeah, and I watched it like, this
No
is
idea what you're
awesome.
talking about.
Then when I played it, I'm like, huh, this isn't as awesome as it made it out to be. It's quite difficult.
Well, wasn't Croc started out as their pitch to Nintendo to release a 3D Yoshi game, and then they had to change it?
I don't know.
Nintendo went, get that fucking out of my office.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it was. I think there's a backstory behind.
Don't ask me a question again.
Not in this lifetime, sunshine. That's what it said.
Imagine bringing that into a Nintendo meeting. We've got this great concept for you. And just an entire boardroom of Nintendo execs going to get the fuck out. Honestly, never just leave Japan. Never darken our door again.
I like the guy thrown out the building in the.
Yeah. In fact, I prefer him to be ejected from the building. Maybe Ed209 from Robot.
Or Hans Gruber from Die Hard.
Yeah.
You have 15 seconds to comply. Alright, I think that wraps up this episode. I'd like to thank you guys, but before we go, I'm going to be asking you what you guys have got coming up on your channels, but I'm going to be doing the press continue feature. I still don't even know my own feature. Basically, this is a opportunity for one of you guys at random to ask another person at random a question on the next episode. So, Sam.
Uh-oh.
What question would you like to ask the next random on the next episode of the Since Spacey show?
Unfortunately, I'm going to be closed for this. Yeah, backstage joke. I'm just.
What's your favourite scary movie?
Yeah. Actually, no, I'll put one better. Wait.
Great, more editing. Oh no!
With the edit, he's going to turn up in that.
Why are you just wearing shoes and nothing else?
Do you want the mask? I've got the mask if you need that as well.
I'm gonna die. I'm dying. I'm actually gonna die.
Shut the camera off. Turn it all off.
Alright.
Oh, this is awful.
Alright, Sam, go for it.
So, what's your favorite scary movie?
That's it. Why did you need the headset for that? Why did you need the hat?
That entire series of events is mental. Can you forget that hat just to...
Brian, I'm not sure I would class that as a hat. As such.
I don't know what this. I got nothing. I don't know.
Yeah, does it count as a hat or does it count as a toupee?
What was the question again? I've just got lost in all that.
I gotta do my sexy voice again.
Oh no.
So, what's your favorite scary movie?
Alright. Okay. I don't know where to go from there.
Oh my god, my face hurts. Oh, that is that is agony.
Alright, Sam. What do you got coming up on your channel?
Well, as I mentioned earlier, I've got a Let's Play series. I'm taking this thing off. It's choking me now.
I think that boat sailed.
So, coming up on my channel, I've got a Let's Play series with Cameron here, where we played some Nintendo online games, like old NES games. And I've also got episode 5 of Kaisercade coming out.
Yay.
And I've also got a website that I work on where I review like Japanese Power Ranger series and video games. It's called www.emeraldrangers.com. Yes, you can tell that we're all Sega fanboys there. And
nice.
I was originally supposed to do this podcast with like the official Emerald Rangers crew jacket, but that hasn't turned up yet. But I do have the official Emerald Rangers Chaos Diamond.
Ooh, wow.
Yes.
Okay, and Grumpies, what have you got coming up? Can you divulge this, or is it top secret?
Usually it's quite secretive, isn't it? We keep under wraps.
So yeah, we normally do. Well, yeah. So we're going to be taking the piss out of tossers on eBay a bit more because mainly
you are the hero of internet that we don't deserve, but yeah.
Well, yeah, the tossers on eBay still exist, and they're getting us a few views, so it makes sense that we keep doing
people are enjoying them a lot.
Yeah,
Didn't that that video you do where you got the replies? So that's the third one in the series. Didn't that make it to like now your most popular video, or not?
Second most popular.
Second most.
Yeah.
That is
so
awesome.
Do some more of them. I found some 1-star Amazon reviews for video games and consoles that we just take the piss out of for a bit, because some people are fucking idiots.
Well, in relation to the Ministry of Retro Gaming, we've got a collaboration that I've been working on the script for. Don't really want to give it anything away, but yeah, a collaboration.
I don't even know about this.
Chris doesn't even know.
First I've heard about it. So
it's a comedy sketch video. So yeah, everyone's involved. Everyone, including you, Brian.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we found out about this at the same time.
I don't know anything about it. It's so top secret, even I don't know.
Yeah. So secret, even the person running the channel.
So top secret, even 50% of the channel aren't aware of it. I mean, that's mental. You're telling me this? We're live on Twitter.
All right, there you go. A big announcement. All right, and you don't have a channel.
I actually,
or you do. You don't.
I've relaunched my older channel for like the 5th time now, so it's now it's now focusing on
now or never.
It's now focusing on my music, which you can find me at youtube.com/Cameron Honns. And I've recently done a CD of a rearrangement album of the Animal Crossing series of games, and I hope you guys enjoy that. Thank you. And I also am on another YouTube channel called the Nostalgia Network, which we were formerly. Sorry, how close do I need to be to this thing? Which we are coming back in January the 7th, and I've also done some new theme musics for that as well, and with a whole bunch of new videos. We've recently on Discord and Twitter, and I've done a theme for Kaisercade's show, and I'm going to be joining Kaisercade's videos. I never sleep. I've got serious issues. Please help.
And as for my channel, big announcement. I'm going to get back into Twitch now. As we've been filming, we have been streaming this, and we have got one viewer, and it's me. Nah, seriously though, I've got 50 followers, and Twitch has been something that I never really got big into, but I think I'm going to make it a goal for 2019 to start doing Tuesday and Thursday night streams. So that will be the next big thing for my channel. I've got about 5 videos in the can that I've got to edit, so I'm not short on content. It's just a matter of finding time to get them edited and out there. We'll be filming, I don't know, something today. Yeah, I don't know what yet. We haven't really got it planned.
I've got a couple of surprises in there.
All right, okay. But yeah, there's going to be heaps of content coming out on the Spacies show. Sorry, on the channel. Including, obviously the Spacies show. So, guys, thanks, and also special thanks to Sam for, answering to and stepping up to the plate at the last minute, because Maz Gaming has gone and got himself the UK flu.
I reckon we should send him a get well message right now to Maz Gaming. Get well soon, Maz Gaming.
Oh, you could if you want. No, just joking.
Maz, I'm gonna give you a get well soon kiss.
Oh no! Oh, God.
There's no such thing as the UK flu.
So what is it? What is he
soon from it?
Alright, that's it. I'm calling an end to this episode before it gets any weirder. Thanks, guys. My name has been Brian, and I've been gaming since Spacies. Thanks, guys.
Bye. Bye.
Sam, you're weird.
Since Spacies.
What's been the best aftermarket controller of all time?
Can I have a quick minute to run out and grab it?
Wait! I gotta introduce it back from the video. We're not recording now. Like,
that's why I'm asking to run out and grab it before we start recording again.
Are you gonna cheat? No. He's cheating. Is it gonna take long?
No, it's not gonna take long.
All right, go. Oh, he's just disappeared.
Turn your video.
Did he trip over the cord or something?
But no, he did this last time and turned up in an entirely different outfit.
I remember that now, yeah.
Twice he did it. Once he turned up with a top hat and a suit on. The next time he turned up with a crown on. But just didn't say anything. It took me a couple of minutes. Just think,
I remember thinking I should exercise a rule where no one's allowed to leave once the recording starts. And that's what... He's going to come back as Sonic. He's going to cosplay as Sonic.
Break the illusion.
Hey, can I just get something out of the way? Is it cosplay or cosplay?
Cosplay.
It's cosplay.
I was gonna say, I've never heard it pronounced cosplay.
I don't know. I pronounce everything weird here, don't I?
Well, so do we, so don't worry about it.
Yeah.
It's like Sega.
Oh
wow.
He actually hasn't.
He kept his clothes on. That's awesome.